Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we are going to be checking out the open beta test to TENSURA, King of Monsters. Now, the open beta test is currently only available in Southeast Asia. However, if you guys are interested in checking this game out, then I will leave a link down below for you guys to download and jump into the game. So, if you guys are enjoying these videos, I would really appreciate it if you guys leave a like on it, because it helps out so much, it really does. And also, if you're brand new to the channel, want to see new mobile games, then make sure to subscribe. So, let's go ahead and jump in and kind of talk about this game, because it came out of nowhere for me. I was just kind of going around, exploring, see what kind of new games came out. And then this one dropped, and I was like, whoa, what the heck? That's kind of awesome. And then I saw one of the developers behind it was Dragon Nest. Now, Dragon Nest is the same developers behind the Auto Chess game. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm digging it. I kind of like that. Now, I do want to let you know, I've only seen the first couple of episodes of the anime that this is based off of. I liked what I saw, but then I got really busy and I wasn't able to kind of continue to finish it and stuff. But it is on my bucket list of animes to finish. Now, I will say, if you're a big fan of the anime, I think you'll probably really end up liking this game, because it really follows, at least from what I can tell, a lot of the events and stuff that happen in the anime, at least some of the things that I've seen. Now, the overall quality of the game, I think, is pretty good. Like, it's in open beta, and I have seen a couple of glitches here and there, mainly when it comes to the UI elements itself. But other than that, everything else is fairly well polished. The game's got pretty good looking graphics, some decent turn-based combat, and even has this sort of auto combat setting where you can go around and swap which characters use abilities first and things like that. And for some reason, why does it keep moving one of my characters around? Stop doing that. Okay, thank you. All right, let's get back into the combat. Now, despite the fact that the game, I think it's, it looks pretty good. And if you're a big fan of the anime, I think you'll end up really liking it. I just feel like overall the game itself is still pretty generic. There really isn't a whole lot of things going on in this game that I would say makes it stand out compared to other gacha games, or really would make you want to play this over other gacha games. There's some good stuff here. I just feel like it's fairly generic. There is one thing that I will kind of go into that is a little bit unique compared to other gacha games that I've played, mainly dealing with your main character and the main character of the anime and stuff, and the way that you power them up and progress them, which is directly tied to the way that the anime kind of works, the power set and stuff in the anime. Now, when it comes to the combat, it does feel a little bit slow when you first get into it, because it doesn't unlock ×2 speed and auto combat until after you finish through the first chapter. And even then, I still feel kind of the combat is a little bit slow, and I kind of wish maybe if they had a ×3 speed to kind of make things go a little bit faster. But that's kind of my only little critique that I've had with the game's overall gameplay. Everything else is pretty straightforward. If you've ever played a gacha game, you're going to see a lot of the stuff in this game. Now, because I still am planning on watching the anime, I've actually gone ahead and skipped a lot of these story beats and these story elements, because I don't want anything ruined for me. But they definitely just take screenshots from the anime and display them for the story. There is, every once in a while, you may come across a cutscene where your characters will kind of talk to each other, and you see this 2D art and stuff like that. But most of the time, you're going to be seeing cutscenes and screenshots directly from the anime itself. Now, when it comes to the actual combat system itself, because I kind of want to go through and break this down, is as of right now, this may change as you progress through the game, but as of right now, I'm only able to have a total of 5 characters on the field. Now, each of the characters that you have will have their own auto attack ability. There's synergy, which is basically when they use their ultimate skill, there's a chance that synergies will be applied and that your character will be able to jump in and help out another character that's done an ultimate ability. Then you have your aptitudes, which I believe is just kind of a straightforward kind of passive. So this one, Vengeful Flame, whenever Oni Lord's Ghastly Flame kills an enemy, his next damage is increased. And then you have their ultimate ability as well, which I was showing you before, with the auto combat, how it's kind of all set up, is you get to decide who uses their ultimate ability first, because all of the characters share one kind of pool of mana that increases every single turn. And so you're not able to just, every turn use your character's straight up ultimate ability and stuff like that. You have to decide who's going to use theirs first and things like that. Now, I was talking about how there is one interesting aspect to this game. Basically, with the main character of the game, you have these cores over here. And as you go through and as you progress and play through the game and stuff, you're able to actually unlock more and more of these cores, which you can then feed to the main character. And then you can actually go through and decide how you want to, swap things around. So if I wanted to, I could say, all right, I want my Black Flame Slash, and then let's take this Storm Strike synergy and apply it. And I've gone ahead and I've completely changed my skill set for the main character. So I do think that's kind of cool. I'm interested to see if the main character is going to be something that's going to, you know, be a big deal moving forward in the game if you're going to want to actually keep them on your team. Now, another thing I want to point out, the game doesn't really tell you this specifically, but it's something that I've noticed, is the way that combat works is, for example, this character I have here in the front right, if she goes ahead and decides to attack and there's an enemy directly in front of her, she'll attack the enemies directly in front of her. She won't attack the ones in the center. Now, this one, there's only characters in the center, so she will go ahead and attack them. But it was something they didn't really specify because you can't select which enemies that your characters will attack first. You can select which enemies your characters will use their ultimates on, just not their basic attacks. And so the basic attacks and stuff are determined on which lane that they're in, and if there are any enemies directly across from them in their own lane too. So this is basically how combat is going to work. You just, you turn on auto, ×2 speed. I will say there is one kind of little thing that annoys me about the gameplay, is when you unlock a brand new game mode and you jump into it, auto combat isn't automatically turned on. So there's been a couple of times where I'm like, oh, I'm going to go and do some grinding and stuff in the new equipment dungeons and things like that. And then I come back and I realize my team died because I didn't turn on auto combat for them to use their ultimate skills and stuff. So just keep that in mind. It's a little thing that can be fixed with Koolio Life. It's really nothing that bad. In fact, I don't even know why I brought it up. But anyway, here's the main combat. My character's going up against this boss, Black Flame Slash. There is some pretty good graphics. I feel like the characters have weight to them, and I think they look pretty good. Looks like we're about to get our butts handed to us here in this main story, which most likely means we're gonna have to go through and do some grinding to level our characters up and probably do some summons and stuff like that. They've got your basic gold dungeons, they've got your basic XP dungeons, equipment dungeons, and things like that you can get for your characters. But most likely we're probably gonna die right here from the Death March dance, and our battle is over with. That's okay. Let's go ahead and exit the battle, and I can go ahead and show you guys some of the other gameplay features that this game has to offer. Go ahead and exit. We're gonna go back to the main area, see some of the other stuff that they have. I will say, with the open beta test going on right now, they do have some login rewards and things. They've been doing pretty good so far on compensation. I think with the loading times, you'll notice it's a little bit long right now, and I think for me personally, the main reason why that is because the game is only available in Southeast Asia. I'm in the US, and so there's kind of that, there's a lot of ping and stuff that goes on with there. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the characters. I only have a total of 6 characters right now. Now, you do need, and I'm still a little bit confused on this, because when I went to go upgrade Benimaru, and I wanted to push his stars higher, I needed to use a duplicate of him. But then once I used the initial duplicate, I was then able to just use other characters of the same star ranking to upgrade him. So I don't know how many duplicates you're going to need of characters in order to progress them, but I did want to go ahead and bring it up that there is duplicates in the game that you'll need to progress some of your other characters. Now you've got your basic gear. I'm hoping in the future they're going to add a one-tap equip button up here, because it is really, really tedious to go through and equip each and every individual piece. So hopefully they have an auto-equip function in the near future. I mean, they have a one-tap remove, so I could see them eventually applying it. You've got your basic upgrades where you can go through and you can limit break your character. When you go through to break through the character, you need specific materials. Once you break through them, you unlock skills, you increase their max level. Then you can go through the upgrade, you can go ahead and just use potions and stuff to level them up. And then I don't think I've unlocked the advancement stuff yet. This is all through the things like upgrading the stars and things like that. But I actually haven't been able to unlock a lot of these. But it basically looks like as you start ranking them up, you get new passives and boosts and bonuses and things like that. So I can go ahead and show you some of the other characters I have currently. Like I said, I like the graphics for the characters. I think they look really good. There have been some weird glitches like that. I don't know if you kind of noticed that, but the characters kind of shift weird, and their models shrink or grow depending on the size of the model that they're replacing. I don't know. It's just a little thing. It's not that big of a deal, but they definitely still need to work on some polish. It is an open beta test, so hopefully things will continue to get polished. Now, one of the other things I talked about, you need to upgrade your characters using 2 or 3 stars to fuse together to create a 3-star, things like that, is they have this advancement tab right here. If you click on that, you can go ahead and click on Smart Advance, and it'll automatically kind of fuse them all together and help you out, making things a lot easier. And then when it comes to the main character, this is where a lot of the more interesting things kind of come into play. Now, your overall account is actually tied to this character, and I don't know if you don't have them on your team, do they continue to gain experience? I would believe so, because it's tied to your main account. I haven't tested it out yet, But some of the other things that are kind of cool, I talked about the cores. As you unlock more cores by playing through the game, you can then feed them, and they'll unlock them here, and then you can kind of go around and, you know, swap things here and out. You've got your devour system, which I believe as you go through and you just kind of feed power to the character, it'll go ahead and upgrade some of the smaller stats down here. So I think it's kind of cool. I think that's interesting. And then you've also got a, you know, a cosmetic system to swap out the different designs and stuff of the main character. So I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and talk about probably the most controversial thing about this game. Which kind of made me a little bit disappointing, but the summoning percentages in this game. The chance of summoning a character. It's weird. Let's go ahead and look at the details. Now, there's a 1.8% chance to summon a rank S character. That's like, I was like, holy crap, that's pretty small. I figured like most of the time right around now, I think like 3%, 4%, like it's kind of getting up there. 1.8 is pretty small. But then you have this chance for an SS rank character at 0.25%, and there's only one SS rank character. So yeah, I want to get your guys' thoughts. Let me know down below what you guys think about these percentages, because I think they're a little bit weird. But anyway, let's go ahead and do some summons. The game, when you first start off, they give you some decrease, like I think it's like 50% off to do 10 summons. And then if you summon like 20 characters, you're guaranteed to get an S rank. So this should give us a guaranteed S rank character. So let's see what we end up getting. So Ranga, S rank character. So it looks like we did end up getting at least one, and then we got some duplicates, which it's not going to show you again if you already have them. But at least we got one S rank character, and I believe we should have enough. Ooh, we almost have enough. Let's just go ahead and spend. Feature not enabled. Oh my goodness. I think we can just do this. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why it wouldn't let me just outright buy them, but okay. One more summon. Hopefully we get at least one more S character. I don't think so. I think we're just gonna get a basic R. Let's see what we're gonna get. We got A phobia. So we got one A rank character, and that is it. The rest is just fodder that you're gonna use to fuse into the other characters. So I'm hoping more and more characters get added into the game. It doesn't seem like there's quite a lot as of right now, but hopefully that'll continue to improve. There you guys go, Tensura, King of Monsters. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below on this game. And again, if you guys are enjoying these videos and want to see more new mobile game videos, then leaving a like is the best way to let me know that you guys enjoy these types of videos. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. My name's Koolio, and I'll see you guys next time.